We as believers, as we draw closer to God, He draws closer to us. And unlike the New Testament, I would say today we have a benefit of having God indwell within us so that we can experience and live out a day-to-day presence with God. What does that feel like? What does it look like? There's tangible evidence of the presence of God. We're able to feel His presence. God can come upon us. He dwells within us, but there's a baptismal experience where the power of God can rest so heavily upon us, we feel the weightiness of His glory. And it's during those times we know that His presence is in us for ourselves, but He's upon us for others. When God comes upon us, He's trying to do something transformational in the atmosphere. He's looking to reach out beyond just ourselves into the community for the goodness of the benefit of people at large. When you look at stories in the Old Testament, you would hear how they became strengthened and then they were mighty soldiers because the presence of God rested upon them. So God came and rested upon them and they were able to carry out some transformational activity in their surrounding. They didn't understand His ways, however. They understood His acts because they would see His hand move in a mighty fashion. For example, I'll use the story of the Israelites leaving Egypt. They saw the mighty act of God part the Red Sea, but then when God took them, ready to cross them over to go into the Promised Land, they didn't believe that they could conquer the giants there. So they didn't understand His ways. They didn't understand and trust Him enough. They understood His acts, but they didn't know that He's an all-loving God and that when He says something, we could take it to the bank because it shall come to pass. We have the presence today in the new covenant of having God indwell within us and come upon us when we're baptized. So we're able to change the atmosphere. We talked about the room's atmosphere, feel that presence change and shift, invite the heavenly hosts they're just ministering spirits who minister on our behalf. We can invite them when we have a circumstance, we need help. We just say a simple prayer under our breath and we watch the atmosphere change and we watch people say things like, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I really like you. You can really see when God has shifted thoughtware and the atmosphere in a room. And so to understand the presence, I would say the first step is, if you've never accepted God into your heart, to accept Him into your heart first. And then as your relationship grows in prayer and spending time with Him and reading this daily devotional, you'll be drawn closer to Him and begin to feel that tangible presence.